Kilo.
And we've had just damn near that many artists, so almost 30 artists out in the 432. I don't know if you knew there was that many artists putting in work, but there's still more coming.
We still got a lot.
I'm excited, and I think because of the dynamic that the In the Loop has interjected, there are some people who are waking up to like their own artistry too. I don't know if you've noticed, like people just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like waking up and activated. Their own, I call it like an activation, you know. So thanks for the support. This is an opportunity to support artists out here. We felt that that deserved the attention and just deserve this type of platform to be recognized, I say, and validated. And we all know when someone is at that tipping point, you know, about to take off, which is why sometimes I think in the comments people find pride in saying, I've been here from day one. Well, this is an opportunity for, in a sense, me and the community to say, hey, we've been here from day one, let us give us your first interview, because we think that, you know, at some point you're going to, quote, whatever the make it is, or,
yes,
you know,
sir.
Be a successful artist. So thanks for having the conversation. I'm grateful for everybody who hops on and has a conversation. It's not easy. Some people in the first season, they said they did show up like it was class, and they were all saying, man, we should have just kicked back, you know, like you should have just known it was, anyway, you not know, but you know, this is just a conversation. Exactly, man. I, for whatever reason, make it known that I'm usually on shrooms. Somebody came for an interview, you know, for that position that I posted that we wanted.
Yeah.
And they were like, I told them, we were having a conversation about something, and I said, man, I'm on shrooms right now. Like, what do you mean?
You're drunk.
It's like, this is the vibes here.
Shitting bricks like, man, bro, I smoke weed. Is that cool, though?
Yeah,
Nigga, I take
like,
shrooms. What the fuck is that?
I mean, smell me, man.
If you want it to be normal, my buddy taught me then you have to normalize it. And one of the best ways to normalize it is talking about it and talking about it publicly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to normalize it. Not that nobody else is, but out here in the 432, like on this type of platform, and just talk about it.
Shit, fuck it. I'll ride the train with you.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already, the switch is already, you know, being made. Like, come on, you know.
I need to get on board, then.
I don't know how many, what we would look at, I guess you would say successful people who have their own businesses and things like that. You would be surprised how many cannabis users are out in the 432 that you would not think.
Man, I tree trim, bro, and I came across a
hold
lot.
on,
Not the exact trees you're thinking about, but yeah, he tree trim.
Actual tree trim, and I came across a lot of rich motherfuckers here, bro.
There's one way to say it.
That just fucking blaze, bro, and they try to play cool at first, you know what I mean, just to
see where you at, bro.
Yeah, see where you're at, you know what I mean, and once they know you're alright, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna come out with it, and I'm just like, oh shit, I never knew somebody like you, you know.
Got money.
I feel like, you know, they be judgmental and stuff. I feel like everybody be judgmental about marijuana and stuff. I mean,
yeah,
really, marijuana ain't shit. It's just a pain reliever.
Just stress
even like shrooms, which is why I bring it up so much. Yeah, once you start doing the research and things like that, I'm not like a reckless. Drug user, and oh yeah, let's try this, you know. But definitely try to do, you know, be smart about it.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how we got on there, but thanks for doing drugs. Watching the show with us.
God.
So, Caleb, you're this is your first year that I've known about you, met you. I've known Too True for a long time. Mom.
Have we got the audio going yet?
Do what?
Have we got the audio going yet?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there an 18-pack of beer next to you?
Are you guys
To your
on?
left.
Someone said we can't hear.
Is that yours?
What is it?
No, I think somebody else brought it.
There was an 18-pack of Michelob's that I'm searching for.
Oh, no, man.
An 18 pack? Did I hear that right?
I want one.
Oh, something's on. We're on.
If it ain't those sick.
If it's not on the mics, then the camera's maybe picking it up. We can just go talk a little louder. Grandma!
Can you hear me now?
What did he say? He said the chocolates.
Chocolates!
Where's that from?
Fucking SpongeBob. He said the chocolates.
What? What is he selling?
Chocolate.
Rub it on your body. You live longer. No.
Great, we'll take 2.
Welcome to the show. But I've known Two Trill for a while. I don't know if you ever went to Team Flow or anything. Are you guys the same age?
I've went a couple times. I really,
Okay.
most of the time I always had to get home after school, man. But with the times that I didn't want to go home, shit, I was either with my cousin or there's times I go to Team Flow with a couple friends and stuff, you know, and I experienced it. And don't get me wrong, like, I love that environment, but I don't know,
It wasn't for you.
yeah. I don't want to say it wasn't for me, but I'm just like, I don't know, I'm real, how could I say it? Like, I'm worried about people judging, like, judgmental. You know, even if they say they don't judge, I feel like they judge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
We all judge. It's
I
a very
just-
hard thing to not to do
yeah,
as
at
a
the
human
time,
being.
At the time, I was really just going through it. I was fighting the war with myself. I couldn't be there and just be happy the way I wanted to be happy because I had so much on my plate. No, I don't know. It's just.
I feel you on that, man. I hope that comes out in your music.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does every time. I'm
The
telling you,
first time that I heard,
Oh, man.
so do you go by, what do you go by? What's your,
Ruiz.
Reese! No, Reese.
have you ever heard somebody say that last name Ruiz?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Every time they say
just-
that,
I try to
I'm like,
relieve
what's
them.
happening with you?
I try to relieve him, like, just say Reese.
He tries to tell him to relax, like Reese's Pieces. Reese,
Relax.
Reese's Pieces.
You know what I mean? Like,
Ruiz?
it's like they really try to focus and try to
Ruiz.
get it right the first time. And when they come out with it, it's Ruiz or Ruiz. I'm
Ruiz,
like,
yeah.
no. See, it's like they take Spanish too fucking hard, bro. That's the way I feel it. It's like Spanish names, they take it a little too, they focus on it too much to the point where they end up saying it real fucking wrong. And it's like, it bugs me.
So was that, well, we'll get into that. Let's first start off with where you were born, just the basic, what schools you went to.
For sure.
Um,
Well, I was born in Midland, Texas. Born and raised. I was moving around a lot though. First couple years of my childhood, of course, I was in Stanton with my mom and dad. Then we ended up moving to Midland. Started bouncing around elementaries here in Midland and stuff. And around 4th grade, they ended up getting a divorce, so I went through that. And from there, just elementary was really harsh on me, man. Like, I got held back in 2nd grade just because, you know, I've always had conflict at home and I try not to take it to school. But it seemed like, me being at a young age, it kind of really, like, how could I say, like, pardon on me, you know what I mean? To the point where I couldn't really focus on what I needed to do. So,
yeah, at school.
at school. And, man, honestly, like, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry.
That's all right, man.
Whiskey. But
Whiskey.
when I went to school there, and after elementary, it kind of got settled around junior high. I stayed at, I went to Goddard for 7th and 8th grade, and that's where I met my homie Jacob J. Savage, which came out with
Savage.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Like,
Savage.
What grade was that?
That was 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
Man. That's where it all started.
What junior high?
Friendship. Goddard Junior High.
Goddard.
Go Raiders. But once after that, I ended up hitting freshman year. I think I was here in Odessa. Yeah, I was here in Odessa, and it was a harsh year for me, bro.
Well, I didn't know you were in Odessa.
Yeah, man. I was roughing it out here. I was.
Like when you say harsh, just like when you said elementary, does that just mean like,
just like
it was harder for you to get along with people, harder for you to get along with
get along,
kids? I mean,
get
the
along with
teachers.
people, and really just trying to find myself. Because at that age, like, you know, you're at that age where you're trying to experience, you know what I mean? But like with everything that was going on in my life, like with my mom tripping all the time and shit, like I was always moving different places, different households because my mom really just wasn't there at the time most of the time, you know what I mean? Fully.
So like you really couldn't be present
Yeah.
to be a
Yeah, like I
regular
could
teenage
I
kid or
couldn't be a
whatever.
really regular teenage kid. I had to like step up for myself. I had to
like for
get
no
my own
reason.
fucking money. I had to, you know what I mean, at a young, real fucking age, to the point where it was like, you know, I could call for my dad and stuff, and my dad would help me. No, don't get me wrong, they would help me and stuff, but most of the time it's like, at that point of age, you really need your parents there, and you really need like to find yourself and who you are. You need the ones you meet. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
some
mom and dad.
guidance.
Yeah, your guidance and stuff. And I really never had guidance, bro. Like I roughed it out. So
like figuring out life.
yeah. So really,
Yeah.
I started figuring out life freshman year when I came here in Odessa because I ended up staying with my aunt. And from there, it was just like I really never had. I mean, don't get me wrong, my aunt supported me and she gave me a roof over my head. But the ones that were really needing me to get like school ready for like school supplies, clothes and stuff, it was my mom and dad, and they were always going back and forth with each other. So I really had to come up with a side hustle. So and that's where I first started slanging. I ended up dealing weed, actually marijuana. But I mean, after all that shit, I got in trouble for my first time in freshman year while I was here in Odessa for a possession charge. And after that, it just kind of like woke me up like, okay, you know, you're going through a lot, but you know, you need to slow your roll because you're moving a little too fast at your age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand you're going through shit, but I woke myself up and everything, and time passed. I hit high school. Once high school came, everything was back to normal. Like I came back to Midland.
Was music already a part of your life?
Yeah,
Like
music started actually music started around 7th grade for me, man. My cousin actually got me into it. At first, because he started doing it, and I was like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like, the way I look at it is, where I'm at now is where he was at in his music career, but he ended up having a kid, and it kind of just drifted away. So he kind of like pondered on me at the time.
yeah.
So what happened was like 7th grade, we went on a lake trip, and I was like, I want to learn. You know what I mean? So he taught me how to write. From there, it just took off. He had his own little closet studio, you know how we do it, rough it out in the basement and shit, you know what I mean? People call it the basement, but it's really, you know, we just rough it out in the closet and shit. And he ended up doing that, and he got me going and shit, and some shit happened with the family and everything. He ended up moving away, so I kind of just like went on my own about music, and that's when I discovered the app GarageBand.
Okay.
And that's where it all started, really. It's like when I really got, when I got deep into detail with it, like.
Was that before us?
Yeah.
That was before.
So like
it was way before.
making your own.
So I didn't even know about
Yeah.
GarageBand. This was crazy.
Yeah.
So like making your own beats, learning how to record yourself.
I started making beats in high school, my sophomore year. As soon as I really got familiar with the app.
Did you know any other artists at that time?
Honestly, no.
Besides
And
you?
it's crazy because I went to
Actually,
school
man.
with so fucking many that now that I see them all
That you
popping
know
up
now?
and shit,
We
yeah,
didn't even
wow.
know each other.
It's
We didn't
crazy.
even know each
Like
other
we
like
walked
that.
across.
We
Oh,
knew
no way,
each other,
dude.
but not like that.
We walked across from each other. I mean, man,
Oh, that's crazy.
it's crazy. There's so much talent over here, bro.
We're
It's
this close.
ridiculous. But yeah, I mean,
Same thing with Lalo. Lalo was
I
there
was just
too.
about to say.
yeah, no,
Lalo
actually,
was right around the bush.
Ryder.
She was
And
right
it's
there.
crazy.
Ryder was there.
every time
That's
I
right,
go
it's a
to
wave,
record,
man.
Lalo's like, man, yeah, bro, you don't remember me? When we first got back together, like when we first back collided and shit, we crossed paths and shit. And he's like, hey, bro, you're Caleb, right? And I'm like, yeah.
High school. Damn.
You know what I mean? He's like, you remember me? We went to class. I mean, we were in high school together and everything. I was like, oh shit! Now that I start looking at you, you know, I fucking remember.
Yeah, it's so
you.
crazy.
And then Jacob ended up seeing him, and he was like, yeah, I remember Jacob too. Da, da, da. And I'm like, man, it's a fucking small ass
Yeah,
world, and
man.
it's crazy that there's so much fucking talent to the point where it's like, damn, he was here the whole time, man. We could've
Ryder
been like,
floating around. Never knew who Ryder was.
man, bro, me and Ryder, I'm the cool. Shout out to Trillis. I miss
Yeah,
him.
shout out to Chillers.
Hey, but my nigga Ryder, man, I remember, he still don't remember, because I mean, shit, we was, how could I say, we was on some Mac Miller vibes, man. That was the whole time. Every time I talk about Ryder, it's like, that's my Mac Miller buddy.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? But the only thing that I really fully remember, like the greatest time of high school was last period for our senior year. Our last period was like, I think it was like, I don't want to say drama class, but I mean, it was some kind of speech class where we had to write a lot. And me and Ryder had it, and we were like, what's up, bro? So we ended up getting closer and started conversating a lot more because we had that one class, and we ended up having A+ fucking like that second semester. And it's pretty crazy. It just started taking off from there at A+ because we never really did our work. We just always writing lyrics, looking up beats and shit. The teachers always getting onto our ass like, hey, don't be looking up that shit, da da da, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So it was always getting on the trend.
So when was the first time you recorded something? Did you use GarageBand or?
No, honestly, the first time I ever
Hey,
recorded something, the first time I ever recorded something was with my cousin, and it was in 7th grade.
Okay.
And I was kind of nervous, you know what I mean? Like, you get that, I can't feel my legs, I don't want to stand up, you know what I mean? And then you start going and you start losing breath easily and everything. So I got real nervous. He's like, man, it's just me in here, cuz. I was like, shit, what the fuck? You know, I was like, fuck it, all right, I'll lay it out. So he laid it out and everything, and he did his little mastering and shit. And the shit sounded dope, and ever since then, I was just like, maybe I got something. You know what I mean? It's a potential.
That's all it takes.
And I enjoyed it too, and I was like, man, I like this shit. It kind of got me out of trouble because every time that I was always getting in trouble with my mom, so my mom was always doing shit to the point where like I had to look out for my little sister. And you know what I mean? I really had to be a father sometimes, from time to time. And at the same time, I was just trying to find myself. So the only way I could think of doing that is writing music.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I was always rolling around with people I wasn't supposed to roll around with, and then ended up getting in trouble. Ended up doing shit that I wasn't supposed to fucking do.
It was like something that you could call yourself, call your own. I mean,
yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this is me. You know what I mean? It's not somebody that I want to follow. No, it's actually just something that actually got me comfortable with myself. So I ended up started writing and shit. And
did SoundCloud or any of that exist then? Did you load it up anywhere?
No, at the time I haven't really. I want to say I didn't really get into all that until after I graduated. So I my whole high school years, I was just really building up, making beats, just writing and everything. And then once I met him after graduation, did I know you during high school?
We knew each other because of Jacob and Tristan. That was the only reason. The only time I ever seen you was whenever I would hang out with Amber and we would go to Jacob's house and y'all would play basketball or you'd be there playing like 2K or something. And we just passed by each other, we knew each other, but we never associated.
It was after high school that we started getting into music and shit, huh?
Yeah, I think.
So it was after high school that we got into music with him and everything, and that's when I really started getting into they brought me into SoundCloud because that's when I got with Trillink. I was like, hell yeah, I'm down with fucking Trillink. He actually came up with the idea, we was at Velarde actually, and we was talking about it. And that all started from I don't even want to bring that shit up, but I mean, anyways.
You don't know where the name came up? It came up from Grand Theft Auto. I would always fucking start my own little CEO thing, and I would name it Trillink. Trillink, and it always stuck.
I never knew.
I never knew.
Honestly, I never knew the term.
After that, it picked up, and we ended up taking it to the music. And I was like, damn, this started from a fucking video game. Nigga, like straight up Trillink. That's my organization.
Ever since then, I was like,
it's a good brand.
You know, when I got to kicking it with him and getting to know who he is, and I was
so you're moving fast. So you graduate high school.
Yeah, I graduated high school.
And then you run into him. Or what?
Okay, graduated high school. And we was talking about SoundCloud and everything.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
That's when I came across him after high school and
at a party
Nah, we was actually kicking it with Jacob and everybody was rolling at Velarde's at the time actually.
Oh yeah, we chilled every Sunday.
Yeah, we chilled every Sunday at one point and. We was all cruising and everything, and that's when really we got to getting to know each other at Velarde's and shit, freestyling, and it's like, oh shit, you know. And then finally, he just came out of nowhere and was like, I'm starting a group, Trillink. And I was like, fuck it, I'm with it.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I'm fucking with it, you know what I mean? I'm there till then, you know what I mean? And he's
see, I didn't know. That's why I was hoping you would come to clarify. I was gonna ask anyway. Either way, if you were part of Trillink or
fuck yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, baby.
It's a really good brand.
At first, that's what I always called it.
I thought there was gonna be a lot of duplicates out there, but if you go look up, type in Trillink, there's not that.
No,
there's not. I think I've seen a couple, but they're not doing much. Where
exactly.
At least in the last 5+ years, they ain't used nothing with that name, but.
I think we got it. We got it.
We got it in the bag.
For sure. We got that shit in the bag.
Our subscribers are more. We got more attention. We still coming.
Yeah, shit.
The way y'all, it's pushed and the way it's conveyed, logos, and I like the cactus.
Oh yeah.
Cactus. Whoever had the cactus idea.
I forgot where.
That came heavy from Cade. From all people, Cade. It came heavy from him, but he thought that symbolized Texas.
Gotcha.
Really good, and they ended up sticking. At first. I was like, cactus, and it stuck with me for a little bit, and I was like, I don't know. And then he started making a few logos, and I was like, dude, perfect. Fucking perfect. We're from Texas. That's the best way to do it. And I was like, can you at least keep the original logo, which I chose was the 100 sign.
Yeah.
You know, the Trill Link, keep it 100. Trill.
It's like a crown.
So he ended. If you ever look at the
Used
cactus,
them a few times.
it's at the very very bottom, like a little the little little copyright
okay.
symbol. It's a little 100. It's tiny.
So
But he still kept it in there. I don't care if you don't see it. It's still there.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
dope.
So Caleb, what did that mean to you? Like when Trio came and you presented that, and
Man, honestly, like,
Yes.
I've never felt a part of something. It's been a while, honestly. Like,
real spiel.
yeah, like, honestly, when he brought it up to me, the first thought in my head was like, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? It's a blessing in disguise. And the only reason why I say that is because before all this, I was really just, I was questioning myself. Like, I love writing music. I love writing, period. You know what I mean? Writing class was my shit. But when I started, like, kind of fading out on it, I was kind of questioning myself, like, is this really what I want to do? And right when I had that question, I came across him. He brought it up to me, and I was just like, it's all fucking, it's meant
that's
to be.
perfect
Yeah,
timing.
yeah, that was
Perfect
it's
timing.
divine timing.
So ever since then, I was like, you know what, no matter what, I'm always going to have this motherfucker's back.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what, I'm always going to support this group. No matter what, I'm always going to be chilling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's that
You
shit.
still gotta get excited about
So
it.
did you?
No doubt.
Did
No
you
doubt.
immediately your flow now, your voice now? Was it like that all the time, or did you
Honestly,
finally
no.
discover it?
Fuck
Okay.
no. Fuck no, man. Honestly, when I first got there, I was kind of shy. I was just like, okay, you know, I want to test the waters on vocals, but really, I was just kind of keeping up. I was trying to keep up with the consistency.
But
this-
before that, let me ask: did you know you could write? Like, did you know
yeah,
you had?
I knew I could write. It was just how putting it out. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? That was my worries. Is like, how's it gonna come out? It sounds good in my head. It sounds good. I mean, it looks good when I'm writing it. You know what I mean? Everything looks perfect. But how's it gonna come out?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, man, fuck. So what really got me out of there is when I met him and we started fucking with GarageBand even more, and I really got into detail of like, oh shit, this is how you can do this, this is how you can do that. We started recording, doing
Back and
rough
forth.
drafts.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth with each other and everything, man. And we just got to the point where we started Trill Link 1. And that's where it really came out to where we got to, like, down to business on GarageBand. We fucking,
Figuring out exactly how to use it, bouncing
Yeah.
off, and we learn something new. We'd be like, hey, look, you know, you can do this, do that, and
we just,
to this day, we're still getting better on it.
oh yeah, we learned, I learned, I believe everybody learns new things about that app because, I mean, that app is just, I just need a damn iPad is really what I think. You have that app on iPad, man. I
Computer,
swear.
bro.
Honestly, computer, yeah.
So you're doing this all on your phone?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, everything. I make all my beats on my phone. I play the keys on my phone. I play the instruments on my phone. Sometimes I even use like, you know, these samples. They have like rough draft samples on there. I'll cut those up, pre-loop them up, you know what I mean? Chop them up, whatever I need to do to make them sound good. And I use whatever that app gives me. You know what I mean? I've used almost every fucking thing. Like even, there be times where it's
Y'all
like,
probably do more on your phone on an app than people with the laptops.
yes. I honestly feel like it because,
Like not everybody, but I bet you there are people who got all the resources
Yeah.
and they just sit on it.
Yeah, man.
like, man, if I had a whole setup, it's just like, I feel like
Ooh, Christmas.
I'm
Right
sure
on the
Christmas and
way.
shit, but like,
Santa
it's-
Claus, please.
like if I had the whole setup, man, this is where I'm at with just the phone. You know what I mean?
But
Imagine.
you can
Imagine.
so you can create a beat, record over it. Can you mix and master on it to a certain
Yes.
extent?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
okay.
can
You
actually
can break
get
down every microphone they give you.
So how many tracks have you guys done? You think?
Oh Lord.
Okay. All right, so you want to get into
They're not all like
this shit?
100, but fuck.
All right, so
Excuse me.
with
Bless
bless you,
Bless you.
bless you, my brother.
Salute.
Touch my soul on that one. But nah, when I got to fucking with GarageBand to the point where I knew how to make beats, I ended up, let's say within a year, I ended up hitting over 140 beats, and that's just not even touched yet. Ain't been made tracks to yet or anything. And that was just for me, like beginning learning. You know what I mean? As that year went through, I was experiencing new shit, learning new shit, what I could do with keyboards, what I can do with amplifiers and transferring everything. You know, there's a lot of transferring, of course. Once you have a wavelength, you can transfer it into an amplifier to clear out the staticking, to clear out,
Right.
you know, I mean, there's a lot of shit you can do to it, man, but I want to say in total, I got at least over 320 something tracks, and that's just on GarageBand, and maybe,
On one phone?
yes.
Man, and it
Damn.
sucks,
I
and it
const-
really sucks. The more we add on, the slower your phone fucking works. Talking about
I'm
Sure, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
experiencing-
One phone.
I'm experiencing
Damn.
that a little bit. It's not really bad as you think. You know what I mean? Because right now, all I'm getting is just a lot of constant notifications, like, hey, you need to back your shit up because I got so much shit in there. It's
Yeah.
like, man, most of my shit is fucking GarageBand.
Yeah.
That's a little scary too, though. That it's just
Oh
on the.
no, but I got everything.
Is there-
I got
Years.
everything
It's
to my-
saved to the
Years
cloud.
worth.
It's
Yeah,
saved to
okay.
the
everything
cloud.
to my cloud.
So if you
Okay.
get a whole new phone, you get the iCloud, you can just re-download it. It'll all be there.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had an iPad, I'd be set for a little while until I can actually get the whole software set up and shit and everything. But right now, I mean, I'm happy with what I'm with. I'm blessed with what I'm with. You know what I mean? I do record at Lalo's to get my mastering, like my guarantee shit to put out there.
Yeah.
I get it slammed on.
Shout out to the GOAT.
They-
So when was the
Yeah,
first
fucking
time that you recorded, like professionally recording? And
The first time I professionally recorded, I want to say was at Zones,
I
bro.
want to say
Oh,
something.
man.
Yeah, Uncle Zone, bro.
how old were you?
Got me there. 21.
Okay.
Just a few years ago.
Really?
It's a couple years
Yeah.
It
ago.
was just a few years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
It's a couple years ago, man. And man, I ain't gonna lie, he was a real cool cat.
Man,
Dope
we
ass
still gotta
fucking
go back.
setup. No doubt.
still gotta
No
go
doubt.
back.
I still want to show him love. I just ever since it's COVID, man.
It's been
fucked
scary to go try
everything up.
anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know what these producers, how many people are coming in and out. You don't want to get sick.
That's another thing too. Is like with the personal producers, you know, the people who are doing it at their house, shout out. I mean, that hustle's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do to get that money in. For them to do that shit at their house, I respect that. So I mean, with a time like this right now, I'm real cautious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not feeling any kind of comfortable or anything, just let me know and I'll hold off until this shit pushes over. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
have to, I'll rough it out on GarageBand if I got to. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Just for your protection. But honestly, Lalo's been real lenient with us and he's been working with us and everything. He's been fucking killing it in the game. Shit.
Man.
Shout out to Lalo, man. Shit.
Shout
He's got my
out to
whole
Lalo.
fucking album. Hey, my whole album is. Beginning, it was produced by me, just a rough draft. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I was just like, you know what? I know my voice, but I was like, I gotta get comfortable with somebody else doing my work, because I was like, I don't got the full setups for myself or anything like that. So, and that's when eventually we ended up coming across him, and I ended up knowing him, and that's where Small World comes again. You know what I mean? Oh shit, hey, I know you, but. He's been a real big help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
And
sounds
I,
like it, man.
I really
From a
appreciate
lot of
it.
people.
I really appreciate the help that he does for us, because it's like, man, without him, this album wouldn't have happened. Without him, like, I wouldn't have found my voice, honestly, because at first I was like, man, I'm good with my vocals. I feel like I'm good with my vocals, but I was like, I've never been in a fucking studio to the point where I can feel comfortable letting it out. And one time we was just recording and he just said, just let it out, you know what I mean? Just let it go. So we ended up going, bro, and the first vocal song that I ever did with Lalo, he fucking nailed it. And
Man.
he
Nice,
just,
man.
he nailed my voice, he figured out what I wanted on the auto-tune and everything. I was just like, okay, I can fuck with you, bro. I was like, I ain't got no doubts about you, I ain't even gonna question your ass. And
As an artist, did you know that with artists that you were listening to, that was probably happening? Because I think some people think it's this person comes out, this artist is a superstar, nobody has to mix and master their voice or nothing. But in reality, like, the producers and engineers have a lot to do with
Yes.
making.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Honestly,
Shout out to the GOAT.
yeah, he's any producer, honestly, but like he's been the most help to
Like,
all
compared-
the producers that I've been to so far.
He
He's
takes
been
a lot of
amazing.
the time to really get into detail when it comes to the mixing and mastering, and he does it
He
quick.
listens to you rough before he
Mm-hmm.
edits it. Like, he really sits there and listens. Like, if he thinks you can do it without, you know, like, see me, I like auto-tune.
Okay.
I've discovered auto-tune, like, okay, hell yeah, you know, because there's some notes I can't even hit, bro. But, I mean, I hit them still. they come out good on auto-tune, you know what I mean? Of course, it's auto-tune, but still, I mean, that's what really brought out my voice, like, my comfortability on, you know, just letting it out. So I was just like, okay.
So compared to like the first time you recorded at Zones and then the first time you recorded at Lalo's,
Well,
like,
zones, I never. Honestly, like, I'm not down on anybody, but when I went to Zones, I was just barely beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You
I can't
know
really
what to
put
look for,
a
what to ask.
I can't really put a strong pinpoint on.
How we wanted
How
it to
it was,
sound.
you know what I
No,
mean?
we went.
Right.
no, but I mean the sound. What do you think about the way that first one sounded versus the way you sounded now? Like, it's a
Shit.
Oh.
Big contrast.
Yeah,
Like,
but major fucking improvement,
Yeah.
honestly, man. I don't even know where to go with that, bro.
how many did you record at Zones?
We actually did that's where we began that fucking, cause he's the one that actually got us into that. He's like, man, y'all sound like some new age Bone Thugs type shit, cause we were harmonizing.
He gave us that idea of what that
That's-
was.
Okay.
Instead of auto-tune, I was harmonizing. And that's where I brought Trill's harmonizing out. Is every time we wrote
I
on the
never
song.
did that. I never was comfortable with like trying to sing or trying to harmonize, trying to do nothing. I was more, to the flow, more to like the lyrics. And
That shit's
he brought
just-
the vibe out of everything, and I was like,
Really,
God,
what it
man.
was is the beats at first.
Yeah.
The beats were natural.
That shit's dope.
Straight off keys, you know what I mean?
Okay.
There was no samples. I never
Oh,
knew about
man.
the samples yet. So I started playing the beats, you know what I mean? And he was like, hell yeah, I dig that shit. And I was like, cool, you know what I mean? I made that shit.
I mean, it sounds like
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, fuck it, you want to write to it? So we started writing to it, and he was like, well, what you got to it? And then, well, there was some that already had hooks onto it, that was already harmonized, and he was like, oh, fuck, that shit's dope. You know what I mean? I want to do something like that. The first track that I showed him that was harmonized on the hook and everything, he took off. I mean, I didn't have to fucking guide him on
Yeah,
anything.
got
Like,
excited.
he laid out the first voice, and he was like, I'm gonna do a high voice. I was like,
I
"You
never
sure?"
tried it.
No
that was
way,
the first time I
He's
figured
like,
out what
you know
double
what?
layer was,
I'm
too.
never gonna fucking. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna fucking do it. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking do it then. So
Where's
he goes-
those tracks at?
Oh,
Damn,
they locked in.
they're still sitting in here. No,
That's what I'm
they-
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what me and him
We're
were
gonna
talking
have to-
about not too long ago. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta wipe the dust off of them. They're in there, but they do.
Hey, but that's what I was talking to Chill not too long ago. Was we brought it up. We was like, man, bro. Oh, we was tipsy one day and we was in this whip. And we was sipping on. I forgot what I was sipping on, but we was sipping on something. Oh, the teas. It was always the teas. The teas is always, we call it our juice.
Gotcha.
Twisted
There you
teas.
go.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was the juice.
Yeah, it was the juice. We were sitting in there and we just went to the graveyard. And what I mean went to the graveyard is we went deep down a couple years back. Boom. A lot of shit started popping up to like old beats. And I was like, hey, you remember this?
Oh man.
So we started going time traveling, bro. And then boom. We just started looking at each other. We started like fucking with each other's vibes. Because it's like it brought up old fucking vibes. Like, we started this shit, but we never finished it. What the fuck's going on here? Da, da, da. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what, fuck it, bro.
Let's
We
try to
got that
bring back
shit
some
down.
shit.
Yeah. But I swear, after everything's said and done, we get everything that we get out the way that we got planned for now. I'm looking forward to like continuing those tracks and bringing them back to life.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
Yeah, now I'm ready to hear them.
We got a lot of things that are sitting on SoundCloud.
I mean, honestly-
not even just in our phones. That are,
I say we should do a single pretty soon. You know.
do you remember that idea that we were talking about? Old to me, new to you.
Yes.
We still gotta go
Oh,
with that. That was a
Old to
project
Me.
that me and him were kind of thinking of.
Man.
It's called Old to Me, New to You. It's some shit that it's like we have jewels in the safe we've been sitting on for so long. They're so
I'm
old to
talking-
us. But once we drop them, they're gonna be new to everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's
You
heard
can
them.
market that really
Yeah.
well. I feel.
Storytelling type shit. Like,
Yes.
We was now, honestly, when we harmonize together and everything is like, it's like soul speaking to soul, man.
Gotcha.
Honestly, like it's heart to heart. There's no fantasize about it. We hear the beat, you know. Of course, we gotta fantasize just to get an idea.
Yeah.
But most of the time, when we're fantasizing, trying to get to an idea on those type of beats, it's like it never works out. So we come up to the next day to the point where it's like, hey, we came up with something, and when it comes up with something, it's like, okay, I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? We start working with each other. We start communicating with each other. We should do this. We should do that.
You gotta be
yeah.
honest too.
Excellent. Yeah.
And it's like harmonizing, man. It's a little difficult because it's out of your comfortability on some parts. Like high voices is always our pet peeves. Honestly, is what I think. It's harmonizing. Not only that.
Fucking
'cause-
Lalo just seen at the last session I had, bro. The last song I
Well,
did.
'cause you
I
know what
showed
I'm
him how
saying?
uncomfortable I was with it, but he was like, just there. He was like, you need to do it again. You need to do it again. I was like,
'Cause,
yeah, bro.
I mean, we got it to the point where like our harmonizing now is damn near where we need it to be. We're comfortable with each other. I've noticed his harmonizing's got fucking 10 times better since we started that
Yes.
shit because, and ever since then I've just been like, man, I'm eager to fucking just start those tracks. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and forget about the project and just start building. Like there's so much shit you can do, bro. This is.
So
But-
when did it get like? It sounds like it's serious now. Something that you want to pursue, continue
Yes.
to
Oh,
pursue.
yes.
You have an idea. Was it this year, last year? Was it a defining moment?
When it got real serious is when
Thank you.
when it got real serious is as soon as I got with Trilling. That's when I knew it was real serious.
Okay.
That's when I knew I need to start taking music serious. Start thinking beyond, thinking the impossible, what you think is impossible.
Yeah. Well, as a group, Trill has had some attention for.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had attention for quite a while, and people come and go.
Party at Trills is the only one.
Party
I
at.
remember.
God
God
dang. We were
dang.
supposed to do a part 2.
There's no visual to. Is there a visual to that?
No.
Party at Trills. Party at Trills didn't get as big as I expected it to get because we didn't continue to push on it, and I'm kind of happy it didn't because now we're on my state and with where I'm at now, I feel like we can make it 10 times more dope with the visual, like you said.
Sure.
But for right now, it just sits.
Because
on the
Drunk
shelf.
Tonight seemed to me like a part 2 of Party at Trills.
Yeah. Honestly, that was like the club version of
Yeah.
that was the club version of Party at Trills, you know what I mean? Hey, that shit was pretty lit, man. Y'all did y'all's motherfucking thing. Shout out to fucking everyone.
Man, it took a lot of people to make that happen, man.
Man, bro.
So
everybody.
getting linked up with him, it kind of already it's kind of already a catalyst for any artist.
Yeah.
It's almost like the spotlight's already immediately on you as soon as they announce it or whatever,
Yeah.
Did people start asking for music right away? Do you have anything up? Do you have a SoundCloud?
Honestly, I have a SoundCloud, but man, I ain't posted shit on there since it's been about almost 3 years, honestly.
Okay.
And it's sad to say, I've been real fucking ghost with my shit, and he's been on my ass about it. He's like, man, you fucking.
Hey, but I'm on his ass to the point where
Yeah.
I'm all like a hypocrite. I'm all quiet with my shit.
So,
I haven't posted
when
nothing
do you
either.
think someone can expect something to hear on all platforms?
Honestly, right now, what I got in mind is the album would probably drop around March.
Okay.
It was originally for January, but holidays came and it really just took over. You know what I mean? It
How
came on.
many tracks are you expecting to have?
I'm expecting to have at least 8. I don't know, because that's what I was talking to her about, my babe. Is
Shout out, babe.
Shout out, babe.
I'm
Amanda.
here.
She does makeup. She's bomb.
Let's go.
But nah,
She can't
I was
camera
talking
ready.
to her about it. I was like, man, it seems like every time I finish a track, it leads to another one. And the only
That's
reason
dope.
it leads to another one is because I get to fucking making a beat, and it's like it's the same.
It's never
vibe.
ending.
It's
It's
never-
never ending.
And she hates it because I never pay attention, and she's always like, "Fucking show me attention."
Show me.
I mean, no.
Wow.
I love it. Like,
Yeah,
I love it when he's in
she
his
supports
zone.
it. She loves it. And
I
everything,
love
but
it. Like,
it's just there's times where I do feel bad,
I'm here
but it's
for
like
it.
Yeah.
it's like once you're in that mojo, you can't stop
No,
because
that's
once you
the
lose that
hardest.
fucking vibe and you already started something, you go back to it and you're like, what the
It's
fuck
not the
was I doing?
same. It's not the
You know what I
same.
mean?
It's not the same.
And
Exactly.
there's don't get me wrong, some of the tracks that I've done on this album that's coming out in March, I experienced that. I was like, fuck man, here's a strong good first verse with the hook. What the fuck am I gonna write on the second verse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I sit there a couple of days and I'm just like, fuck, writer's block like a motherfucker, man. I hate that shit. Every artist is fucking fear is writer's block, man, especially when you're on a groove. And this was already on my 3rd track, and I was just like 3rd track in, only been a day since I started the album. I was like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? I'm going. Hell yeah, got a good head start and shit. Well, I fucking experienced my first writer's block, and I was just like, fuck, man. Well, I ended up getting the second verse done, and it sounded fucking dope, and I was like, fuck yeah. So it brought my potential back. It kept pushing. Another month and a half went by, and I ended up finishing it. So I was like, okay, well, I thought I finished it. I was at like 6 tracks at the moment, and I was like, okay, well, I got to making a beat one day because I was just off of work, shit was on my mind. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just see what I can come up with. Had a sound in my head, boom, popped out on the whole layout, did everything, and it led to the next track on the damn album. And I was like, okay, well, I had a writer's block on that that second verse also, so I started a new beat, same fucking vibes. I was like, well, fuck, there's another track. I was like, okay, I started the hook on that one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let that be. I got the hook, so I got basically what I want to write on it. I know I kind of got a visual what that track is. I'm gonna go back to this one now that I came up with a new idea.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it'll bring up some new ideas for this one. Sure enough, I came up with the second verse on that track, came back over here and just took off on that track. Boom. I was just like, whoa. And when I took off on that track was Texas Whiskey.
Gotcha.
Man.
Whiskey.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little tipsy off it and
I take a
everything.
drink for that.
Me too.
Honestly, I need to remake it.
Yeah, me too.
I need to make another one, but
Make
yeah,
one
that's
for
when
sure.
that's when Texas Whiskey
I'm being
came out.
comfortable about it. We're comfortable, man.
That's it. I made that track, and then once I made that track, I was just like, okay, maybe that's it. You know what I mean? I revised everything, played every track. I laid it out the way I wanted the playlist to be,
Yeah.
just to see if that sounds good. Don't get me wrong, I mixed it around 3 times.
Oh, I was about to say, it sounds like
It wasn't a perfect one
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
No, it's not. I
What
mixed
was
it around
it?
about 3
it's
times.
an art piece. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, some people can say, hey, this is exactly what I'm going to do. This is, and then there's other, I'm sure not everybody has the same approach. So,
Yeah.
it's like maybe you're putting this track, and you're like, okay, that, I don't know, there's something I'm missing. Oh, let me put this one, let me put that one.
Every artist is different, honestly.
Do you feel pressure to create?
No, I don't feel
Like, you feel
pressure.
pressure to put something out?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't, honestly. I mean, everybody has talent, and that's the way I see it. Like, you know,
Because, like,
if you're doing the damn thing, you're doing the damn thing. You know what I mean?
as an artist, what would you say? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just trying to create, and this is just a form of expression for you. But do you think that as an artist, and like with this first project, are you trying to deliver a message? Are you? What do you want people to get from it? Do you have an idea? Do you?
This album, honestly, I don't know. It's not really. It's just like, hey, you know what I mean? It's just recognition,
this.
honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Recognition to really just get it started. You know, I had to start somewhere,
Yeah,
and why not start with a strong ass album?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I got a couple people that hound me about it. I mean, family too. Maybe some of my family hound me about it, like, hey, maybe you should do like a mixtape. You know, a lot of people do mixtapes before albums, and it's like, man, I'm not everybody. You know what I mean? At the time,
I
I
want to be different.
Exactly. Not only that, I don't like using other people's beats.
Wanna be
You know,
original.
don't get me wrong. I love to do remix. You know, like old school remixes and shit. I fuck with. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, it's like
new shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like doing that now because I mean, everybody. I mean, not everybody, but there's a lot of people doing it. You know what I mean? I just want to try to branch out as much as I can,
Yeah.
just to
Be
be,
different.
you know, different.
Be
Exactly.
you.
Unique. You know,
Exactly.
your
You
own
should be
self.
above-
You know,
Yeah.
nobody else is like you.
Yeah.
And if there is, they're following you. Then you're not following anybody else. You're not
Yes,
following
sir.
any other style.
Trendsetters, baby. Your lane.
So,
So that's what I'm just.
I try to do stuff that nobody's ever done.
Yeah.
Look at this in the loop.
And when it first, yeah, exactly.
You're doing the
This-
things
I was
that
excited
nobody's
for this
ever
shit,
done.
too.
He
Man,
was
shit.
nervous a little bit.
I was-
He was excited.
Oh, for real?
I was playing.
Oh,
I was playing my album over and over, pacing back and
Go.
forth in my damn kitchen.
Let's go.
I was nervous
You know,
for
it
him.
feels, it feels good to hear that. I've heard that a few times. Of course, this is like, our own creation, so it's not like a big, but it is.
It is to some
is,
people, it really
no,
is.
but not even to some people. It is.
Yeah.
You know what I've started to learn in its own right for the 432. So I hope that the guests are honored and not to sound like a jerk, but also grateful. Like this is again never been done before, and it's like you get to be a part. You're part of the history.
Yeah.
Again, I have the
I'm proud
first
to be
interviews
part
of a
of
lot of
this.
artists, and I'm ready to have way more.
To see where they're gonna be in the future, it's like,
Yeah.
dang, I interviewed them when they were nobody.
It's
Now
crazy,
they're gonna.
man. It's like,
That's gonna be crazy.
like you better get on with it before you don't have that opportunity anymore, because I mean you only have a small window, and that small window comes real fucking random to the point where it's like you won't miss it until it's gone. I mean you won't know it's gone until you won't know you missed it until it's gone.
Yes, there you go. Spit it out.
So let's change directions real quick. What do you think is like the biggest thing that holds you there's the I guess duality of life. There's the light and there's the dark. What do you think is and you don't feel free to of course divulge as much as you want, but what's like a flaw that you think you have that can keep you from actually creating what you're trying to create, or do you believe you even have any? Do you even care? And you're like, no, I mean, we all make,
to be honest, man,
we're all humans.
we're all humans. You're right, man. But I mean, with me, when it comes to this game, like the rap and everything, you know, music, being a musician and stuff, you got to learn not to have feeling for everything you come across. And the reason why I say that is because
That's pretty good.
most of the time, shit ain't the way it looks. And a lot of people get fucked over on labels. A lot of people get fucked over on people who lay their music on people. And they tend to, you know, take advantage of that shit. You know what I mean? I've came across a lot of cats that, like, you know, tell us stories about how fucked up people could be with.
They're probably just
Yeah,
like sour
you know what I
about
mean?
something.
So with me, reality, like, I get to the point where I'm actually at the point now, to the point where it's like there's no feeling.
Mm.
And what I mean by there's no feeling is like nothing minor will affect you. You know what I mean? If it ain't killing you, if it ain't stopping you from breathing, if it ain't stopping your
Damn.
life, period.
Real shit.
Oh,
If it ain't
universe.
Hashtag
God damn it.
facts.
If
That's
it
a
ain't stopping,
bar.
if it ain't stopping you from doing what you love doing, and not only that,
Just
doing
let
for
it
what's
go.
best for you, you know what I mean? Then obviously it ain't important, bro. So I mean, really, you'd
I
really
like how
have
you
to.
use the word just minor because, yeah, I mean, we went down a similar path in the conversation with tequila. It's just like almost everything is minor.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
almost
easier,
everything.
you
I mean,
know?
and the shit that ain't minor is really fucking you up.
Yeah.
It's really fucking you up. And then
That's real.
a lot of people just look at it and they're like, man, nah, I can't fucking do this. I don't. And then they start fucking emotionally breaking down, bro.
Yeah.
Themselves just because they're too worried about it. Honestly, you can't be so fucking worried about everything. The only thing you really need to be worried about is where you're trying to go in life, what you got to do it, and
Keep showing up for it.
yes,
Yeah.
keep fucking going. Because if you don't show potential, you end up giving out, or you take a break and thinking that, oh, I'm gonna come right back. Hell no.
Gassed
You take
out.
that fucking break,
Man.
you're fucking behind to the point where you trying to catch up and you stress yourself out to the point where you just done. No more.
You're gonna stress out about catching up. So, how do you interpret losses today? What do losses do for you, man? What does a loss, well, not necessarily look like, but
Honestly, man, it opens your eyes. It shows you reality. It shows you, you know, I don't know how to put it, like,
no, I think that was good. It shows you reality. I mean, sometimes
it really does. But I'm always trying
it takes those losses to
I
see
just want to
reality.
try to go like
Fuck,
different about it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
did
it's
that
just,
really happen?
when you lose, it's just like all you can say is like, well, fuck, but we'll try it next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll just get right back up and keep going. You know what I mean? And we know what happens.
Universe.
Yes, universe.
Anyway,
Fucking-
I'm receiving. You ever talk to somebody and you know God is like talking to you and like, yeah, that's what you needed to hear. That's what
Yeah.
I don't
speak
hate that.
some
I
clear
really
points.
like. I mean, now I try to vocalize it so I can be present about it and be like, God damn, I don't want to hear that. I'm trying.
I mean, the way and it's funny that you said that because most of the time is like, most of the time I come across that a lot in life. Like,
I think lately
I
too
don't-
for a lot of people.
I don't hear. I mean,
That's
I hear a lot
happening.
of shit that I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is that's that how can I? What we were just talking about? That's that fuck, man.
Intuition, spirit.
No, it's just basically that's your wake up call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's your reality check. It's like, okay, there it is. You know what I mean?
It's
What's
like
like-
it was sitting in the back of your head and now it's there.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And sometimes the people around us are the ones being used to wake us up or
Yeah,
guide us or
Yeah.
to snap you out of it.
to
Exactly.
poke us out of it. I got more of a realization of that doing DMT a few weeks ago
Oh, that's badass.
and trying to find God in a sense, you know.
Man, bro, on the cool, I was just talking to my boss
that's
about
another
this.
Oh, wow. We're here. We're gonna talk about it. So
Yeah.
DMT, man. I first heard about DMT with I've seen a podcast, honestly, of
gotcha.
Seth Rogen. No, not Seth Rogen.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has everybody on his thing.
Man, bro, on the cool, when I first experienced that damn fucking podcast where him talking about DMT and the third eye and shit, third sense, what it's like, He's fucking experienced it and everything. It just made me want to try it, bro, because I really want to see. Man, we're fucking human, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in this big ass universe. We're on this I must say I did like maybe over half a gram, almost a gram of fucking
Okay.
shrooms.
What about you?
But they were kind of weak.
I've never
honestly.
tried
No?
shrooms.
Are you against
I'm
them? Are
really
you afraid
not.
of them? Or are you?
I'm not against
Okay.
them at all, you know.
We-
Yeah, I'm a
Same.
pothead.
Yes.
Proudly,
Me
I'm
too,
a pothead.
for real.
That's my favorite.
I
All the
definitely
way. But honestly, I want to experience the different kind of levels shrooms would bring upon me. Like open my mind to
Start with
different.
half a gram, then a whole gram, then a
Yeah,
2
just
grams,
experience.
three,
You
I want to
know.
go strong first with
6
3 grams.
grams.
Oh.
6 grams, baby.
Fuck it. We'll go 6.
No,
I'm down. I'm good.
Okay, just shut me up over there.
Oh, you want to experience?
No, I really want to be able to see reality in a different kind of aspect
That's exactly.
than
it.
what it already is for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be able to experience, you know, like you said, I want to be able to feel that on a different kind of level.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not against it at
I
all.
like to participate in it. I don't know if you know the quote that people often say, Einstein. We can't solve our problems at the same level of thinking we use to create them.
Yeah.
So we're inside of this box and we have all this information that we've used to create our life. And inside that information as well are our problems. And unless we step outside of that information, we'll never be able to solve those problems. So I try to expand my mind to be able to solve the
Exactly.
problems that I'm like. Because we all have like destructive patterns or things that we're just like, and if you don't know and if you don't think you have them, ask the people around you because they will tell you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it just allows me to not to be like a better human to say that we're all, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really follow the religious view of like we're broken and we need saving and there's something wrong with oh, we're just living life. Like, let's just figure it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we go down that, but since we're talking about that, the first time I heard you record was a few weeks ago in Lalo's, and as I'm sitting there, probably on shrooms, I'm sitting there, and I'm hearing you record, and for whatever reason, I'm like, he's got to have Indian in him. And so I'm walking out, and that's the question. I say, hey man, you got Indian in your family, right? And he says Apache. That's why I say you should definitely go with Da Vinci and see what y'all can create.
That's my shit, man.
But it sounds like real warrior like chanting like
Yeah.
right before
Honestly,
your voice and
when I first got into my harmonizing, that's where I was like going with my beats. It's
Gotcha.
like it's true. Like most of my beats were like with horns, with like strings, you know, something real more like
okay like
natural. You know what I mean? So now that you said that, now when I look back at time and shit, it's just like, man, I see it in me. Okay, now I see where you're getting with it. You know, I just
You
can't
pretty
believe
much
I've never
pinpointed
seen
it.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really seen myself as like, you know, what
Warrior.
you're explaining
Yeah.
is warrior and shit, but I like that.
That's a perfect name for
It's
it.
almost
I
like a
fucking like that.
like a
Right.
calling. You ever see
It is.
all those movies? Yeah.
It is.
You ever
It's a
see-
calling, no, I
No,
mean,
it is. Yeah. Exactly like that. Well, I was gonna say the horns, but the
Oh.
like, come on, like,
but it does sound like that, man.
No, I got you.
And obviously, well, as we were talking before we got in there, it's sort of a theme in your life. People, you know, seeing that the Viking and
exactly, yeah.
So
Mhm.
maybe it's a.
It's
I
about
got
It follows
It
him.
follows,
It
yeah.
fits him.
the time. Yes.
It's like what we talked
Odin
about.
is with us.
What we talked about on Saturday is, I think that God in the universe is definitely trying to call you to your greatest self, and so it's like listening to the signs, meaning listening to people who are speaking positive into you, not hate into you, but
Right.
speaking the things that need to be spoken into your life, like so that you can become that better version. So it's like if you listen to that, it may be. I not wish because I don't regret much, but there was a lot of people around me at y'all's age that were like signs and symbols, and I just didn't listen to them, and just chose another route, and a harder route, and it could have been way easier. I think life is it's definitely hard to figure out on your own when you don't have support early on. I
guidance.
resonate with
A lot
that.
of
Yeah,
guidance.
guidance. So you're figuring out life like as a minefield.
And it's rough. It's
You're
rough.
like, oh shit.
So when a lot of people say like they ain't really had this, they ain't really had that, I felt that shit. You know what I mean? I feel where they're coming from with a lot, you know? That's the reason why like a lot of people that are coming out with like coming out being an artist, you know, they're being comfortable and just exposing themselves. It's just like, man, I wish I knew the whole time. You know, we could have been at it the same. I mean, honestly, we could have been going through the same shit. You know what I mean?
For real.
At the young age and everything, we could have came across paths, but I mean, still at that, like the people who I haven't came across, I hope I do, on good terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people that I have with me here now, I'm real fucking thankful and grateful, and I would never do anything to like show any kind of shadiness or anything. Like me, I'm not about that shit. Like I ain't got time in my life to be worried about, you know, fixing this or fixing that, or even at that, just, you know, worrying about trying to prove myself. If I'm who I need to be with the people that I'm with, and they accept me for who I am, then that's how I know it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so far, like, Trill's been the fucking realest one. Jay Savage, he's been there since day one. Jimmy, like all my niggas, I can name a shitload. You know what I mean? Honestly, not a shitload. What I mean by a shitload is probably like a good 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 is
Yeah,
a lot.
you know what I mean? About a good
That's
6
a lot to us.
6 or
Okay?
7.
That's a lot to
That's
us.
a fucking lot.
That's a lot for
because
a lot of people.
if you look at it, you come across maybe like fucking 14 times that many people that are like showing you the same kind of type of vibes, but end up showing you why you got to be careful with who you trust, why you got to be careful with who you rock with. But man, ever since I've been with Trill, ever since I've been riding with Jimmy and Jacob and Jay Savage, riding the Trillist, ever since I've been riding with all them niggas, they showed me nothing but, they showed me the heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The brother love, that's that brother love, man. And
in between, we run into a few people, but
yeah.
we know which ones stick out, which ones stick around.
Honestly, I'm always gonna be around. Honestly, like for real, like if I say I ride with you, I ride with you. You know what I mean? If I say I
It's
fuck
very
with you, I
simple.
fuck with you. You know what I mean?
At least it should be.
You will know if I'm not fucking with you. You will know if okay, I feel something type of way, but nah. Really, I try to keep it strictly like peace. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I wouldn't mind war because war wouldn't be ugly for me. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I know it, and I can say that for every nigga that I've met and that I'm still rocking with today. And they're the same way. It's like we don't want war. You know what I mean? We don't want any kind of war with anybody. It's nothing but peace and love. But if you can't seem to get that, I mean, go ahead and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? But just know that I'm gonna be the one fucking standing and still being the same fucking person I am being as real as I'm being. You know what I mean?
Still gonna come out on top.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and see, that's that shit right there. Like me and Trill, it's 100. That's why I always say 100 crown when I say Trill Inc. After I say Trill Inc. Because 100 crown, man. I mean, if you can't be 100, you end up being like offended by it. No, Trill Inc. And,
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? When people hear Trill Inc., they should know it's nothing but love. That's all it should be.
Well, it's like any team or any group. Again, we all have our own code. I think in life, we kind of establish that within ourselves, and what we're doing is just finding people that match that.
Yeah.
So it's not like I used to demonize people's character before, and like just hold animosity towards somebody if they quote unquote fuck me over, things like that. But now I'm like, oh, that's just who they are.
Yeah, like, with that shit, like
You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing.
I've never held grudges, bro. Never. I've never downed anybody. I've never talked down on anybody. I've never really just like hated somebody. I've never hated someone, even if they fucking hurt me to the fullest. I mean, I've even got, family members. My mom's hurt me to the point where I've still got love. That's my mom. My brother's hurt me before, and I mean that's my brother. I still got love for him. I'm gonna be there whatever way he needs. I'm not gonna let any kind of negativity get in the fucking way of how I feel towards you. You know what I mean? Me, I always try to keep peace. That's the main fucking thing with me. Is peace, peace, peace.
That's a big heart, man. Why don't you say that?
And a lot of people tell.
Now I feel your statement
people tell me that it's like you're not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
You cannot be that way because that shows you that you're some type of weak. No, nah. I mean, shit. If you want to see the bad side, I mean, you can just ask for it. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's just me. You know what I mean? I keep the peace. I always keep the peace. I show love every time I first meet somebody. You know what I mean? I treat them like if If I was lost somewhere in a new city,
Yeah.
in a new country, I don't even know shit about nothing, I would like for somebody in that motherfucking place to be real with you and be like, okay, I understand he's lost. It's like taking in a lost pet. Okay,
I see what you're saying.
you see a pet out there struggling, you know, out in the cold or whatever, however story you want to put it, but it needs adopting or it needs some guidance.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it, man. It's like I'd expect somebody to be real, really.
I resonate with that because it feels like you're just talking about just being a good human.
Yeah.
Like, can you value humanity and not like try to pull one over on this person, or because this person's in a vulnerable state, you want to bring them down even more? So you either you clown on them, or like I've seen people who mistreat like homeless people, or I've seen people who
I couldn't
I
do
hate
that.
that shit, man.
I couldn't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if I could, man,
Or even if
I could, I'd support every motherfucker homeless.
yeah.
Nah, but there is some out there that you do recognize. It's like, I mean, there's a certain extent to where it's like the way I was raised is, if you're fucking moving and breathing and you're capable of doing something in this world, you should be able to work. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
should get where you need to be. Even if you're at a struggle to the point where you ain't got no place to stay. Like, I've honestly been at that point. I've slept.
Well, some people like you know, I say homeless, but I mean just in general, like it could be. I mean, you probably saw it in school as a kid. You know, the kid who was a nerd, or the kid was a, you know. It's like, man, can we not? And then you see their parents be the same way and things like that. It's
I'm
like,
always that big-hearted person that always helped out the way I could.
yeah,
The most I could help out. I'll do it. Just for that fucking person. Just to make that person's day. Or even at that, help them take the next step in life to make them realize where, you know, they're somebody. They're part of something. You know what I mean? They matter.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? People out there, and I feel, because at one point I was that person.
Yeah, exactly.
I was fucking bullied. I was bullied throughout the whole fucking elementary. I was moving a lot, didn't know a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I was having to try to make friends at each fucking elementary school that I went to. Most of the time, kids were just fucking mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like, I'm not being fucking, I mean, I could have been mean back, you know what I mean? But that's just not who I was raised on. So I was just like, well, fuck it. You know, as I go in, I'll just stick to myself. Whoever comes to me and be like, hey, what's up? I'll show you around, you know what I mean? And I've only had a couple people show me. I mean, a couple people come up to me like that, and ever since then, they stuck around with me, and I've always rode around them with elementary schools and shit, but...
I feel like that's what people would get if they listen to your music, man. It's gonna be again like a calling, like a welcoming, like a safe space, like
Once
a hey,
again,
it's
he's
gonna
been
be
quiet for too
an
long,
activation.
man, too
Well,
long.
the little bit that I
Too long.
heard,
I feel like I'm
man.
coming in late, like late as fuck.
Can we play any snippets?
I haven't heard.
Better late than never.
I haven't heard any one artist that sounds like any one other artist. I feel like
How can
every
we do
single one.
this?
I don't know if we can pull it up here. We'll probably just have to
Play it against the
Play
speaker,
it,
the mic.
yeah.
Ooh.
Man.
And it's only a snippet, you ain't gotta show too
Yeah,
much.
20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just
Maybe the whole thing.
play it and skip like a little bit through or something. I mean, whatever.
So, this one I'm gonna play is called Texas Whiskey.
Oh, okay.
I
want-
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
I got a little plan for this fucking song. It's
Uh-huh.
gonna be leading to a music video, hopefully.
This is one of the videos.
But Texas Whiskey, I was telling Trill, I was like, man, Trill, you got Hennessy. That's your signature whiskey. I mean, your signature liquor.
My signature drink. Yes,
So I was
sir.
like, man, I need one. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna drink? You know what I
He
mean?
came
So
across a drink. He
I was
came
like-
across a drink.
Found
Texas whiskey.
I was looking around fucking
Oh,
PH,
were you
but
really?
bro?
He was
We
searching.
can't talk about that and not pull it out, my friend.
It's almost gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good little bottle. I like the
No,
brand.
it's the vibes. The vibes.
Yeah, but it's Texas whiskey, alright?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you know what? I'm trying to keep it Texas as possible. 432, that's Midland, Texas. You know what I mean? I'm from Texas, you know? A lot of people say Texas, they think of lean and shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking switch it up.
Texas
Like
whiskey.
that, you know what I mean? And most people, when they think about whiskey and shit,
And
you
it's
know,
not bad.
it's country.
Country.
Country or rock, or, you know, and I was like, no, fuck that. I'm finna
Why?
make a
Because of
drink.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's
Yeah.
got a,
Nah, but that Texas whiskey right there, like I'm not a whiskey person like Daniels, like anything like that. It's hard for me to drink.
But
That
this
one
is the shit right here.
smooth, like
Texas whiskey is probably like $21 at Pinky's, but y'all need to get this shit, mix it with some
just
Dr.
try
Pepper.
it, just try it.
I'm
The
telling
Dr
you,
Pepper
the
with cream
promo.
soda to be
The bottle
exact.
speaks
real.
for
the
itself.
bottle's pretty. I like
Anyway.
the branding. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah, Yeah, right? It's a good bottle.
Just keep it pointing at the
Okay, so you're pulling it up.
We'll go ahead and pull the snippet. You all ready or what?
Just a little bit.
Yes. Just put it up right to the. You're hearing this first live.
Shout out to Lalo for the mix. I made the beat
Yeah,
though.
shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to another GOAT in the making.
Hey. Hey. Where's the Texas whiskey? Gotta be the whiskey. Rolling on the spliffy.
Oh, I hope you do a visual to this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the one.
This is the one you're talking about earlier?
And I had my first bottle, drank it to the last drip. Hey, look, it's almost to the last drip.
Alright, cut it, no more.
Okay,
cut it.
Yeah, no more.
Okay.
I was laughing already.
Man,
I
I
was
get
laughing.
excited.
That's the
bro.
visual.
He
Man,
wants
let
to
it
show
go.
it.
Shit, man.
You better
Why y'all do
Hey,
this?
that's what I
take
was
it to
gonna
the
ask.
last
though.
drop.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is before your album drops, I know you're gonna have to wait till whenever you were saying, but is there gonna be any singles you're gonna drop before then? Like
Yeah,
at least something you
honestly-
can leak out, anything? Because
Honestly,
like I
there's-
said, you need to drop something.
There's,
That'd be one.
there's one
ASAP.
single that I already got done. and
How
that's
many
the-
songs did he say he has ready?
Yeah.
Hard ready.
Eight.
Strong.
So he can at
Drop
least
one.
drop one for a single, at
Well,
least.
I want to do C9. I want to drop that one, but I
Oh
honestly
no,
wanna-
he didn't. No, he didn't.
I had to
guys.
bring it. You calling me out? I'm calling you out too.
Oh, is it
motherfucker.
feature?
Yes.
Yes, hey,
okay.
we'll get the cover art tomorrow.
Oh.
We get paid tomorrow. We're gonna have something tomorrow,
Okay.
and that's it. That's a single.
Okay.
Alright.
Ready to go.
Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, I want to do that one for sure. Another single, but that's a quick single. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same vibe as the album, so it gives you
Okay.
an idea of the album and everything. But other than that,
That's crazy. It was one of the first.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was actually because I was like, hey, bro, help me out.
What's the C9? Ooh.
C9?
Cloud9
Okay.
to be
Oh,
exact.
Cloud9, yeah, but it's actually it's like the
But it's
letter
spelled-
C and then spelled out 9.
With the word
Okay.
9, so everything is just
Yeah.
spelled out.
Okay.
With capital C and then just the word
It's
9.
pretty lit, bro. But I mean, the fucking vibe is, man, I love it. But honestly, I kind of want to bring one of the singles that I really want to bring back is the harmonizing that I do with Trill.
Okay.
And man,
Which one?
I want to do Cold. Honestly, we
Ooh.
ain't done that one, but not really. Like I don't know. I ain't really deep look
Because
into it, but
we
like,
have a lot, dude.
there's a lot. But my strong suggestion is Cold because we never really got to that one on a strong like professional studio wise.
Okay.
We've rush drafted, we've mixed it up plenty of times, even like later on when we experienced more about the app, we ended up recording the way we know how to record now. And it sounded great, so we're just like, we gotta get this shit going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta, so that's when we came up with that album.
Yeah.
It was old to me, new to you.
Yeah. That's
But-
a great idea.
Just to get the single out, I mean, shit, one could hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
one can't hurt, because, I got
Do
a
you
lot
have-
Or
of-
two,
Or
nigga,
three,
come on.
yeah.
Do you have any more features
Um,
for the album?
for the album, honestly, the album's really just me. I just wanted to come
What?
out
Okay.
Am
strong.
I the only feature? Oh my god.
Yeah. Trill's the only album because he's really the only one.
C9.
He's the only feature because he's the only one that really got to harmonizing like me.
Gotcha.
And that's why I'm just like,
Damn,
man. But if I could
I'm
find that
Is there
third
anybody
song,
else that you now have gotten to know probably more artists that you
maybe
want to
Ryder, bro.
Ryder, he can.
He can be
He
the
can.
third bone though. Nigga.
Ryder could probably hit it.
You gotta unlock that key with Ryder. though.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to break that motherfucker out of it, but it's gonna be.
He got it.
I know how to do it, and I'm gonna do it the same way I did Trill. Break them down with the fucking beat.
Yes.
I'm gonna make that beat. He's gonna be
Combine with
like,
the beat,
bro, can I
man.
come with it? I'm like, alright, cool. You gotta match me though. And that's why I'm gonna hit him with that harmonizing hook. And then next thing
Shout
you
out
know,
to Trillers.
Trillers.
That'd be a good one.
Man,
It can happen.
and honestly, I've heard some kind of like harmonizing with Trillers, bro. And I think he's got the potential to do it, man. If he can just lay out that track.
Another person too, Savage.
Savage, bro. Savage is coming out now. He's coming out. He came out of nowhere. He surprised the fuck out of me. Honestly, when he came out with John Tonight and Trill was showing me, I was like, what?
I think he surprised a lot of people. I
No,
was gonna
there's
say
there's
that.
some things y'all haven't heard. I mean, I know you
No,
probably heard
yes.
them.
I've heard
There's some
snippets,
things
but
that the world
man.
hasn't heard that he's really adapting to this auto tune, dude.
This shit, like honestly, like when I was growing up with Jacob in 7th grade, when it all started, we used to fucking play football all the time at A-Bell. kicking fucking Abel's actual football team. And we ain't even on the fucking team. It was me, Jacob, and Jimmy the whole time. We was just a fucking fantastic three.
Hey.
Fuck the fourth one. You know what I mean? Fuck the fourth one. It was just a fantastic three. But not only that, but fucking.
Dumb and Dumber.
We ended up taking band class. I was talking to him when we first met up and shit. And I was like, what do you like doing, bro? And other shit. And I was like, okay, school's coming up. What are you gonna go for? I was like, man, I'm going for band. You know what I mean? I want to try to play snare. We fucking clicked. And he's like, I want to play snare too. I'm like, fuck yeah, nigga. I was like, man, ever since, I ain't gonna lie, since drumline, nigga, I've been wanting to get I've been wanting to get out there. You know what I mean?
You got
Fuck
your
that.
Man, everybody.
I'm gonna be out there banging the motherfucking drum. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So that's where we really got the idea of music too. Is when I was coming out with my cousin. He first taught me how to write and everything. But other than that, yeah, Jacob was in choir also, and I was thinking about getting in choir, but I was just too shy at the time. So I was just like, man, Jacob doing his thing, you know what I mean? Every time he was talking about it, he was first chair in his class and all this other shit. I was like, okay, Jacob, shit, you might have something, you know what I mean? So I was just like,
Savage? I didn't know this.
yes.
I hope you're watching, Savage. I'm gonna text him right now.
He was first chair in his class. He was telling me and everything. So I was like, okay, cool, you know what I mean? Well, you know, freshman year comes, I kind of split from him, you know, after everything, and I just didn't know if he took up after it or nothing. So, I mean, and I think he didn't, honestly. And I was just like, man, I know there's some music shit in him because I was always with the music and everything, you know. And I know he was really wanting to get into it, but it's just like he was kind of shy also. So I was like, one day he'll get into it, but fucking years later he comes out of nowhere and he surprised the hell out of me. But hey, I told him, I was like, man, shit, with vocals, bro, you need to fucking do that shit, bro. Because honestly, like, you see me, I ain't even got the best fucking voice, but I can play with auto-tune easily, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just keeping about notes. I mean, there's certain notes I can hit personally without auto-tune, you know, feel good about, but it's not the high ones I really use it for.
And you keep bugging me about auto-tune.
Nah, it's only because this one song that we did is called My Niggas. That was on Trilling One. That was one of the first songs that I actually did with him.
On GarageBand.
On GarageBand.
So where's this Trilling One?
On SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Oh man, this whiskey's kicking in.
What is it?
Damn.
I got a wise, bro. I got a wise, bro. But fucking
Go ahead,
pushing.
I think I'm gonna have to drive home.
No.
We'll not quickly, but we'll transition. If you need to use the restroom, we can go do that and transition into True Trill over here. But,
yeah, if you don't mind, just real quick, and I'll come right.
Yeah, go ahead. You know where it's at, right?
Yeah, I got it. Shit, it's just that.
Yeah, I got it.
What about the
Let's go.
elevator?
Shit.
Was it to the right? Yours is to the left, I think. We'll just keep it going. It probably won't take out more than 5 minutes. Oh, it's all good, man. We expected it. What people are about to find out is how much you have a part to do with launching this. I don't know if you remember that conversation, so. If you're watching it, this is a quick intermission, restroom intermission. They're using the restroom. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching this entire time, let us know in the comments.
In the
loop. We have Caleb or Ruiz. No.
Reese. You kind of take out the U. You kind of take out the U and just Reese. Straight up R-E-E. Just R-E-E, Reese.
I've definitely heard it those other ways. Episode 6. So we're about an hour. Let's see. Just about an hour into it. We'll probably go for another 40 minutes or something. We're going to get into 2 Trills and his artistry, what he's working on, what's dropping. He was our first guest. And then it was when we were first learning everything.
Technical
difficulty didn't go live. I thought we had a video too, and turns out we didn't. So
I
never got.
I waited, and it never got uploaded. And I figured because it had so many technical difficulties, it wasn't gonna get uploaded. So I was like, it's okay. My strategy after that was instead of being the first, I could just wait for it to grow, let it get some attention.
Yeah, here we are.
Whenever it plays out, and it's not like it's just gonna be one episode. This is gonna grow and grow, and it's just gonna be ready to update.
Exactly.
You know, just catching up on where you left off, pretty much.
Definitely. Somebody told me the other day too. I thought they were all on YouTube. There's more on Facebook, on the Facebook JS Studios page, than there is on the YouTube page. So I think there's like 4 more episodes on the Facebook. But needed to have you back on so we can get this interview in. But
Yes.
glad
you have me here, man.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be a good
I was
one.
kind of nervous, still kind of nervous, but the whiskey's been kicked in, so I'm kind of smooth. I mean, we're good. Let's get it.
But
on.
you have a lot going on, man. You have a lot of content. I've, of course, met you long ago.
Yes, we got a lot
And
of
so,
history.
yeah, you have a lot that if an artist was going to, step onto the scene, you should be real comfortable, I would say. You got a lot of stuff that can drop at any moment, and it's gonna continue. So you're always working, man. The garage band stuff that you told me about flipped me out when you came over and did that session with Desi. Again, I've seen people with more equipment do less. And
That's what's crazy. That's what's
with
crazy.
your phone.
Yeah, it just takes a phone and some headphones. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Ruiz, welcome back, man. You feel a whole lot better?
Energized, tank is empty, ready to fill it back up.
I had to break the seal, man. I apologize, bro.
Thanks for joining us for episode 6. We're going to transition into 2 trios where the conversation is going to be like it has been, just real fluid, back and forth with both artists. Just to give you an idea, I met 2 trio probably, 2020?
Fuck, I can't even take the year.
2014 probably,
Yes.
2015. So not too long, but yeah.
Damn.
And I just remember he was probably one of the first artists that I, met in that time frame. That was like, okay, this is somebody who could use a platform, things like that. And then of course, as time went on, he kept showing me what he was working on. There are some videos that you posted online that you just hit, really well. Got a lot of views. And then now the stuff that I've heard this year, I was telling somebody out there that I honestly believe that you're just a legend, a living legend, man. Like,
Man.
you'll be talked about for a while.
Don't even get me started on bragging.
You do a lot of work, and the stuff that you talk about, you're just a grand storyteller. So I was excited for the 432 to get to know you again. Hearing about Party at Trills early on and how much hype that got, I was like, damn, okay.
My favorite track from this motherfucker was Know What I'm Saying. Oh, no.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying. Know what I'm saying. Know what I'm saying. You didn't bring that motherfucker back, bro.
But even paying attention, because like I have 2 daughters and one of them's an artist. Also, the feedback that she was telling me about what was happening on Snapchat about how much attention y'all had and things like that. So it's like, okay. And then again, hearing the stuff that I heard this year, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is another level. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than like I see people, there's a lot of people who aren't mainstream, like Nas and Mortal Technique and all them, but they're all fucking legends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nas, bro, that's my nigga. I love that nigga, bro.
I think you can go back and forth to commercial and to underground, like that Drunk Tonight, the Party at Trails. That's like commercial on the radio and the club type stuff. But then you have stuff, like Nas and grand storytellers like that, where you're just telling stories about the hood, telling
That's
stories
crazy.
about the struggle.
That's what I go back and look at too. I look up to a lot of the storytelling, and Nas is one person I look back at a lot, and I like to go back to his beats because I can just already hear him on the beat. Automatically, I'm listening to the beat and I hear how he would approach it with his tone of voice and everything, and I'm just like,
yeah, that's what you remind me of.
and I just
this era.
I just love that. And then from Nas, it goes to J. Cole. Like, those are my inspirations right there. J. Cole was somebody that probably really helped me a lot when it came to my lyrics and the way I came at a flow. Like, anything, like, the way I looked at a verse, it just came from their inspiration. It's just like, okay, I want to throw as much knowledge as I can with as much swagger as I can.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
I like to sound smart on it at the same time. It fucking sounds dope. I don't know.
Yeah. It reminds me of also that guy from Rhythm and Flow. Oh, I just went blank. The Mexican dude. Flawless Real Talk. He's kind of on that same... I don't know if you guys listen to him or anything. No?
I swear I know what you're talking about.
You know that Netflix series?
Isn't it a show? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Netflix series.
Gotta pull up again.
Let me get some. Hold on, I got the whiskey.
So tell us, Chujiro, where you were born, or who are you, where you were born, what schools you went to, where'd you grow up?
My name is Angel Luna. I don't want to say my middle name. That's too much government information. But, born and raised here in Midland, Texas, 432.
It's the rest. We gotta sign this
What's
ball.
the
Born and
location?
raised here. Never left. Always been here.
Next
I've been.
I wanted to start it. I
Oh,
need to restart. Right?
we can, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
do it.
Nice.
Bet, yeah.
Nice.
I need to go
Yeah.
piss.
Love it.
Hey,
Nice. I gotta go to the
I was
washroom
gonna
again.
say.
can I take a hit?